हेलो डियर व्यूअर्स, आज की वीडियो में हम 3 से ज़्यादा मिसालें देखेंगे प्रीपोजिशन की। तो पहला जुमला है शी will leave her job, the blank her family. We have 4 options: anti, above, across, between. The correct answer is above. Next sentence we have I loaded hay bales, the blank my pickup, onto, toward, off, under. The correct answer is onto. The next sentence we have we went the blank the shops, round, among, then, concerning. The correct answer is round. We went round the shops. Next sentence we have the girl was trembling the blank fair, a long, pair, with, opposite. The correct answer is with. The girl was trembling with fair. The new faster trains can do the journey the blank 2 hours, outside, unlike, onto, inside. The correct answer is inside. A fast rail service connects us the blank city, off, despite, to, above. The correct answer is to. The next answer, monkeys leave the blank the jungle, in, before, over, after. The correct answer is in. Monkeys live in the jungle. I love traveling the blank trains, before, on, during, concerning. The correct answer is on. I love traveling on trains. He survived the accident, but his car was damaged the blank repair, about, among, beyond, toward. He survived the accident, but his car was damaged beyond repair. There were so many people in line the blank of the sale, following, during, before, because. The correct answer is because. There were so many people in the line because of the sale. The blank leaving he said goodbye to his daughter, after, near, over, before. Before leaving he said goodbye to his daughter. He is the blank 50. He must be nearly 60 years old. During, gone, following, before. He has gone 50. He must be nearly 60 years old. She is the blank her sister, since, save, like, among. She is like her sister. I hope our coffee is the blank your liking, via, across, back, to. The correct answer is to. I hope our coffee is to your liking. The dress was made the blank of silk, per, but, amid, out. The dress was made out of silk. Max is the blank vacation this week, in, over, on, after. On. Max is on vacation this week. She promised to come the blank 5 o'clock and drink tea with me, along, within, by, down. By. She promised to come by 5 o'clock. Did you vote for R the blank the candidate, except, before, after, against? Correct answer is against. Did you vote for R against the candidate? I would rather not part the blank my cash, towards, since, with, beyond. I would rather not part with my cash. They all sat the blank the table, round, above, together, aboard. Round. They all sat round the table. Next day doctor came to check me the blank the operation, despite, after, under, without. There are no women the committee, on, off, per, below. The correct answer is on. There are no women on the committee. She has suffered the depression the blank she was 16, since, below, over, off. Since. She has suffered the depression since she was 16. Next day doctor came to check me the operation, without, after, despite, under. After. The next day doctor came to check me after the operation. We went the blank Hawaii last year during with 2 A's. 2. We went Hawaii last year. We went to Hawaii last year. You open a door the blank its handle, concerning, except, by means, before. The correct answer is by means. You open a door by means of its handle. These phones have sold the blank the thousands, despite, by, without, during. The correct answer is by. These phones have sold by thousands. A new coffee shop opened the blank the main street, through, on, to, in. The correct answer is they were offered a free meal with wine. The blank a miracle he won't walk again, bearing, beneath, behind, before. Bearing a miracle he won't walk again. I took this job the blank of necessity because I had no money left. Past, outside, out, toward. Out. I took this job out of necessity because I had no money left. We looked the blank the museum for a bit before going on a tour. About, toward, among, beyond. We looked about the museum for a bit before going on a tour. It looks the blank rain, of, like, without, despite. Like, it looks like rain. The Greek philosopher Diogenes was born the blank 412 BC against of Syria Manus. The Greek philosopher Diogenes was born circa 412 BC. She finally got a part the blank a film regarding before about in. She finally got a part in a film. My son is a law teller blank my daughter. Out, about, then, thorough. Then my son is a lot taller than my daughter. 6 the blank of 7 people said they liked the product. Up, out, in, over. Out. 6 out of 7 people said they liked the product. She stood the blank the passengers and did safety demonstrations. Beyond, despite, before, aboard. Before. She stood before the passengers and did safety demonstrations. The police are expecting 4 blank 5,000 protesters today. In, upon, to, per. 2. The police are expecting 4 to 5,000 protesters today. I have nothing in common the blank my sister. With, in, through, past. With. I have nothing in common with my sister. We spent a lot of money blank this car. Through, besides, during, on. On. We spent a lot of money on this car. I learned English blank listening to audio lessons. According, by, about, concerning. By. I learned English by listening to audio lessons. He plays computer games all the time and all the trash is thrown the blank the room. About, aboard, among, amid. About. He plays computer games all the time and all the trash is thrown about the room. She was looking straight the blank his eyes. Into, beneath, except, amid. Into. She was looking straight into his eyes. He is the greatest chef of all time. Blank, none. For, after, bar, among. He is the greatest chef of all time. Bar, none. He is writing a new book. The blank his old typewriter. On, up, in, off. The correct answer is on. He is writing a new book on his old typewriter. I got the blank the train just before the doors closed. Upon, onto, down, towards. Onto. I got onto the train just before the doors closed. The children were dressed the blank school uniforms, besides, through, during, in. The children were dressed in school uniforms. This one will improve the blank age, with, above, aside, in. With this one will improve with age. He's famous writer. He wrote more blank 20 books back at by then. Then he's a famous writer. He wrote more than 20 books. I proposed a toast the blank the bride and the groom. To, until, in, by. To. I proposed a toast to the bride and groom. He put his hands blank in pockets. About, by, until, into. He put his hands into his pockets. Blank all our differences were, we are still good friends. Off, up, with, upon. With all our differences, we are still good friends. I really had to drag myself the blank of bed this morning. Forward, on, out, up. Out. I really had to drag myself out of the bed this morning. Yuck, I would rather die the blank eating this soup. Behind, before, about, regarding. Before. I would rather die before eating this soup. He played in drama the blank Shakespeare. By, ate, in, up. By. He played in the drama by Shakespeare. They walked the blank the woods, despite, per, after, through. They walked through the woods. We went to school and Tommy was the blank of us. Past, by, ahead, between. Ahead. We went to school and Tommy was ahead of us. I gave her the password blank my computer. Is, to, around, despite. The correct answer is 2. I gave her the password to my computer. My grandma is deaf. Blank her left ear. Outside, after, in, around. In. My grandma is deaf in her left ear. She burned her finger the blank the candle. Regarding, on, about, before. The correct answer is on. She burned her finger on the candle. I have got nothing to say the blank the matter. On, past, in, beneath. On. I have got nothing to say on the matter. Blank to the treatment your condition has improved. By, near, at, thanks. Thanks to the treatment your condition has improved. The blank the ground the subway carries people around the city. Below is the correct answer. My playroom is full the blank toys. Following, with, is, until. Correct answer is with. My playroom is full with toys. I am reading comics the blank Superman. About, after, against, around. The correct answer is about. I am reading comics about the Superman. They stood back the blank back, arms crossed and now silent. 8, under, 2, in. Correct answer is 2. They stood back to back, arms crossed and now silent. You can use milk the blank to cream in this recipe. Within, instead, beyond, between. Instead, you can use milk of cream in this recipe. The teacher will talk to me the blank my son's behavior concerning, past, ahead, between. The teacher will talk to me concerning my son's behavior. The blank refusing to work abroad, he missed a good job opportunity. The correct answer is in. In refusing to work abroad, he missed a good job opportunity. He wants nothing the blank than his suit. Other, another, further, either. He owns nothing other than his suit. Hold the blank my hand and you will be perfectly safe. Near, across, beside, onto. Onto. Hold on my hand and you will be perfectly safe. They have 3 children, the blank the age of 5. Regarding, per, below, on. Below. They have 3 children below the age of 5. She's very careless, the blank her money. Up, with, in, between. The correct answer is with. She's very careless with her money. We all sat down the blank a circle. Against, in, past, beneath. Correct answer is in. We all sat down in the circle. He put his bicycle the blank the wall. Against, about, after, off. The correct answer is against. He put his bicycle against the wall. He earns $500 a week. The blank text below, across, during, less. Less. He earns $500 a week. Less text. There are 3 children, blank each teacher. Accepting verses 2 of. 2. There are 3 children to each teacher. He ran very well, the blank his age. Considering, down, about, around. Considering, he ran very well, considering his age. I lost interest halfway, the blank the football match. Throw, by, inside, outside. Throw, I lost interest halfway through the football match. The government suffered defeat, the blank defeat in the local elections. Between, besides, on, it. On, the government suffered defeat on, defeat in the local elections. 10. The blank 3 is 7. Minus, plus, via, versus. Minus. 10 minus 3 is 7. The first robots were invented, the blank, the 1920s. In, aboard, despite, then. In, the first robots were invented in the 1920s. I leave the blank the corner. Beside, around, aside, below. Round. I leave round the corner. She has been in bed all week. Blank flew. Amid, with, up, off. She has been in bed all week with flu. Passengers sit in the cab, the blank the driver. Against, beneath, past, behind. The passengers sit in the cab behind the driver. There is a bridge, the blank the river. Against, across, around, beneath. Across. There is a bridge across the river. I like jogging, the blank music. Around, across, to, regarding. 2. I like jogging to music. They set the blank each other. Among, say, opposite, outside. Opposite. They set opposite each other. Blank my watch. It's 2 o'clock. The mailman should be already here. By, beneath, around, against. By my watch. It's 2 o'clock. The mailman should be already here. We leave just the blank the main road. From, off, as, to. We leave just off the main road. Please don't put your shoes the blank the table. On, from, aboard, until. On. Please don't put your shoes on the table. I have been arguing the blank my wife all morning. Besides, with, until, then. With. I have been arguing with my wife all morning. There are 6 of us in the family. Are 7. Blank my dog. About, around, after, counting. Counting. There are 6 of us in the family. Are 7. Counting my dog. She changed blank her swimsuit and went for a swim. Despite, into, within, along. Into. She changed into her swimsuit and went for a swim. The blank to your email. I have spoken to Mr. Brown. For, further, among, after. Further. Further to your email. I have spoken to Mr. Brown. Marie Curie was the woman blank big changes in chemistry. Behind, besides, through, during. The correct answer is behind. She was old enough to be his mother. He looked about 30, blank her 60. Toward, concerning, around, to. Correct answer is 2. She was old enough to be his mother. He looked about 30 to her 60. He was always well, the blank of the rest of the class. Ahead, after, around, about. Ahead. He was always well ahead of the rest of the class. Blank of us three, no one knows anything about the secret. Over, under, inside, in. Outside of us three, no one knows anything about the secret. He found all the lost documents. Blank 1. Safe, between, about, into. Safe. He found all the lost documents save 1. The blank her interest in children. Teaching seems the right job for her. Near, around, beneath, given. Given her interest in the children. Teaching seems the right job for her. A young girl offered me a seat and stood the blank me. Besides, versus, beside, despise. Beside. A young girl offered me a seat and stood beside me. I finished the project several days the blank of the deadline. Down, around, about, ahead. Ahead. I finished the project several days ahead of the deadline. He drank himself the blank death. In, but, of, to. He drank himself to death. The earth goes the blank the sun. Through, but, round, out. Round is the correct answer. The earth goes round the sun. What's the blank? The box. Toward, outside, through, inside. What's inside the box? Jenny is sitting the blank the window. Unlike, by, inside, onto. By. Jenny is sitting by the window. Blank a clear day you can see the mountains from here. For, among, after, on. On a clear day you can see the mountains from here. There was a dog the blank the door. Toward, outside, onto, into. There was a dog outside the door. Dogs should be kept the blank leashes in public. In, during, off, on. On. Dogs should be kept on leashes in public. The boy is running the blank the ball. After, along, within, down. The boy is running after the ball. The blank looking at the clouds. I would say the rain is finished. Away, unlike, except, from. From looking at the clouds, I would say the rain is finished. He went swimming the blank the cold water. Along, outside, aboard, despite. He went swimming despite the cold water. What shall we have the blank coffee? Besides, below, beneath, beside. Besides. What shall we have besides coffee? We flew from London to Moscow, blank Berlin. On, via, by, in. We flew from London to Moscow via Berlin. I paid for the laptop, blank, of my savings. Over, on, in, out. Out. I paid for the laptop out of my savings. I began to have serious worries the blank his car. Excluding, against, regardless, respecting. He began to have serious worries respecting his car. They drove the blank their country house. Despite, toward, among, minus. Toward. They draw toward their country house. I went swimming in the blank of the cold water. Fair, spite, fact, front. Spite. I went swimming in spite of the cold water. My father feels really bitter, the blank, my boyfriend. Underneath, astride, along, towards. Towards, my father feels really bitter towards my boyfriend. He held the umbrella, the blank, both of us, over the sides after across. Over. He held the umbrella over both of us. We run every morning, the blank of the weather. In, regardless, underneath, past. Regardless. We run every morning regardless of the weather. She went the blank 80 kg to 60 kg in 18 months. Minus about, amid, from. Correct answer is from. She went from 80 kg to 60 kg in 18 months. Jake likes to sit the blank a window on a plan. Around, considering, near, in. Near. Jake likes to sit near a window on a plane. What is the blank the menu tonight? To, near, on, around. What is on the menu tonight? A crowd felt nothing the blank contempt for him. Down versus but across. But a crowd felt nothing but contempt for him. The house is situated the blank a hill, bearing a board atop amid. Atop. A house is situated atop a hill. There are trees the blank the road, outside, along, before, through. Along. There are trees along the road. In this match, white team is playing the blank red team. Within, between, versus, during. Versus. In this match, white team is playing versus the team.